Trying to meet your mama on Sunday and make a lot of love on Monday. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Pink Ski Mask podcast.
Episode 1, since the last episode didn't count. Last episode was like the pilot episode. You know, in TV shows, the pilot's like what they sell to the networks, and it's like the character who plays like the mom inevitably like gets replaced or whatever, and you're like, what happened to her? And it doesn't matter because it's episode 0, baby. But this is episode 1 when it actually starts to count.
Yeah, this episode actually has a topic because the last one we kind of, I feel like we explored a bunch of different things that we would talk about in different episodes. So
episode 0 was like what I would talk to with a therapist if I could afford one.
Honestly, it was a therapy episode.
Yeah, totally. But today's episode is very interesting in my personal opinion. I'm biased, but it's a LinkedIn influencers. We called it LinkedIn hoes, actually, when we were discussing the topic, because they're very thirsty for attention.
Yes. Yeah. You know them LinkedIn hoes. Well, I feel like most people don't really know. Like, because I didn't know that LinkedIn influencers hoes were a thing. And no, these are not prostitutes on LinkedIn.
Although those exist.
Oh,
we may get into that later.
Oh my God.
Well, you know, I was telling you the thing earlier, pre-discussion, about the matchmakers on LinkedIn who contact the lonely men with elevated job titles. You know, you're like, oh, you're a software engineer at Google. You must be lonely. So these individuals swoop into the DMs of these men, and they're like, hey, I'm a matchmaker. Let me perform some services for you. You have money. These women need a green card. Let's make a connection happen.
I wonder if like people find sugar daddies on LinkedIn.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
Oh my gosh, LinkedIn sugar babies? Wait,
we're just getting too innovative right now. That's not even a thing yet. If you're watching this,
I'm literally gonna Google this right now.
LinkedIn sugar babies.
Yeah, because like before we even get into like the points that we wanted to make, I really need to know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I were, you know, a young woman, which I am relatively, oh God, I'm getting old. But if I were, you know, like 19 years old, I'm like trying to get an internship somewhere, and I like have absolutely zero like morals, I would totally, like, as a strategy, slide into Silver Fox's DMs and be like, hello, I need a job and also a Birkin bag.
I mean,
please.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. If you're watching this and you need a little bit of financial existence. I have zero financial existence. Yeah. What's the financial assistance?
Yeah. Yes, but I feel like existence also, like, if you're a student in debt, like,
that's very existential. Don't exist. Yeah, I would totally slide into someone's DMs. But, you know, this is what we're really talking about. So we're going to talk about LinkedIn influence here. LinkedIn influencers here, which is a topic that's not really talked about enough, I think, because it's not super saturated yet. I would say it's getting there, but it's not like Instagram, where, you know, we all know what encompasses an Instagram influencer. But with LinkedIn, it's still a bit of a mystery, I would say, to the mainstream. And that's what we're getting into in this podcast. We're going to be talking about what the qualities of a LinkedIn influencer, the types of stuff that they say, and why they piss me off. But yeah,
that's a good little summary. Mm-hmm. Just to go back on the random shit that I brought up with sugar babies. So Seeking Arrangement is literally on LinkedIn.
Oh, and my goodness.
I see people also viewed Sugar Daddy Dating.
Sugar Daddy Dating?
Service. Sugar Babies Media, Sugar Daddy. I guess it's a thing. Daddies. But okay. I'm just like, there's 623 followers for seekingarrangement.com.
If you worked for that company, would you advertise it on LinkedIn?
I know, right?
Like, has 1.2 years of experience as a project manager at Seeking Arrangement.
Jobs. There are no jobs right now. But yeah, I mean, maybe it's a thing, you know, like, I'm just saying that's a strategy.
In case you guys don't remember, Seeking Arrangement was that website that I think several years ago had a scandal where I think it was a hacking incident where some of their information was leaked. And I think like one of the Duggar men was exposed for, he's married, by the way, and, you know, like very fundamentalist Christian, so it was super scandalous, was exposed for being on Seeking Arrangement and, you know, looking for a little extramarital situation there.
Was
So
that
yeah,
Seeking Arrangements or was that like a
I think so. I think
different
it was
site?
Seeking
Because that's
Arrangement.
a sugar daddy site.
Yeah. Mhm.
I made okay. I made a profile on there one time.
Stop. Wait. You've never told me this before.
Really? I
No. Wait, were you actually looking for something? Were you like going through a moment where you're like, maybe I
y-
need an older zaddy in my
yeah, I
life?
was like maybe, but like let me check it
Because
out.
you guys, like, we're best friends, and she's never told me this before. Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I was also like really depressed, but like yeah.
Stop. Wait. Do you have a thing for older men? I mean, you're
No,
married.
no, no, no.
Okay.
I did not. I just wanted money.
I do. I'm gonna be honest with you. Wait, totally, like revealing myself. I had a really big crush on the Republican Mormon politician John Huntsman.
Oh,
Not Mitt Romney. I know you thought I was gonna say Mitt Romney. They're actually
yeah.
cousins, by the way. John Huntsman and Mitt Romney are cousins. But Google John Huntsman. He's a very silver fox. He's a family man, which makes him more attractive. But he's kind of who I imagine as the ideal sugar daddy. Look at him. Tell me he would
Okay.
not be a great sugar daddy. I have hair in
I
my mouth
suppose
hole.
so. He's
Ugh.
yeah. I suppose.
See, he looks like he would take you to a classical music concert, and then you would have a nice time
Yeah.
afterwards doing something like knitting.
Knitting. Yeah, like okay, I wasn't looking for like a sexy relationship or anything on there. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, I've heard that people like literally just pay you to go on dates, and I was like, well, I'm sitting on, my two thumbs over here in at
You're sitting on your
university.
thumbs.
Yeah, I'm just literally sitting on my thumbs, like. I
Oh
mean,
my god.
like if I'm gonna go on a date, like I might as well get paid for it, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a very economical choice. I can't say I've ever seriously considered it just because, like, my personality when I'm like 100% totally sober and I'm not right now. I have this lovely Kentucky aged bourbon with this little candy cane to
Bubbly.
make it festive. So I'm like not an alcoholic. I'm just a festive person. I'm seriously not an
Sure.
alcoholic. Actually, the last time I drank was like 2 weeks ago when we were doing episode 0. Just full disclosure. Um,
Has it been that long already? Two
yeah,
weeks?
it was the election, baby. Yeah.
Right.
And I was like,
Oh,
oh my god, who's gonna win? The numbers start changing and all. And then we didn't find out shit until like Saturday, the Saturday after the
yeah.
election.
It's crazy.
Ugh.
Oh.
Um.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Ugh.
sidetracked.
John Huntsman,
Yeah.
handsome man.
I got a super sidetracked. But anyway, so back to the main topic: LinkedIn influencers. Now, what are they? Well, I think instead of like explaining it, we should just show them like the meme.
We should. Let's show them the meme to get started with.
Okay, guys.
So, I found this meme that I thought was really funny, and I showed it with my friend group, including this individual right here. So I'll read it out loud. Nobody. LinkedIn influencers. Yesterday, I was walking to an interview. There was a starving dog on the road. I stopped to feed him and missed the interview. The next day, I got a call asking to come in to do the interview. I was surprised, but I went. Then the interviewer came in. He was the dog. So
What the fuck? He
this
was the dog.
this meme is basically making fun of all those if you're on LinkedIn, I'm sure, and you actually scroll through your newsfeed, all those LinkedIn posts that are trying to be inspirational. So the people make really these LinkedIn influencers or wannabe influencers make really inspirational posts where they tell kind of a sad story or a story that you don't think would end in business success, shall we say. But it actually does because they're good character, like stopping to feed the dog or whatever. That's
Yeah.
an example of putting the dog's life over your career or whatever. And they're saying, oh, you just be a good person and you'll get the job, or you might be the underdog, or you'll get the job eventually. Sorry, I'm fixing my face mask so much because some of my hair is coming through the mouth hole here and it's really irritating me. Oh my god.
I'm just like itching my eyebrows the whole time, but okay.
Ugh, I hate it. But yeah, so
Yeah, it's just like
it's an
it's
excellent
really
parody. It really is.
yeah. It's just the content is so cringy. Like they're trying to make feel good content, right? And it's like super cringy, and they just know that you're hurting, and you're gonna probably be
You're
like,
hurt
oh,
and you want to feel that someone else is hurt so you can
yeah,
feel a brotherhood or sisterhood,
yeah. They just
non-gendered personhood
it's just like a dopamine
with them.
boost of a post, you know?
So, yeah, we wrote notes here for the podcast, and I wrote to describe what they're doing here as underdog porn, which kind of sounds like a very sexual thing. You're like, oh, doggy style? Dog? What? Ew, porn? But no, it's like, it's underdog, as in you're not the person who's expected to succeed. And it's porn because it's attacking your senses in that way. It's saying, here, I know whoever is reading this, you is a pathetic, unsuccessful individual. And you're reading this post, and I am going to take advantage of your insecurities to go viral on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Why do they get so much joy in going viral when there's no money to be made? It's not like, oh, on Instagram, once you go viral or whatever, or on Twitter, you go viral, you can start like selling what are those like diarrhea teas?
Wait,
Yeah.
diarrhea teas. Yeah,
Yeah.
true. No, exactly. I don't think LinkedIn is monetized yet. No, but they do get speaking engagements. This is what I was telling you earlier.
Hmm.
Like, you build a large enough presence on LinkedIn, and then you'll get invited to like conferences for like sad, pathetic people. And I don't say that to be mean. I too am a sad, pathetic person, but I'm just not one who has the money to splurge on a conference for people to be like, oh, let's be inspirational and like walk across these flaming coals and like prove to ourselves that we have like financial worth or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's true. It doesn't really make sense in the sense that you can't monetize LinkedIn posts yet. I don't think, but I think it's just to build your brand really. So I guess if you build a
Yeah.
big enough brand on LinkedIn, you can like go to like some
Oh my,
Wix site or whatever and be like, go to my blog
yeah.
and please click on my ads, please.
And like do courses or whatever. Oh my gosh, that
Oh
is
God, I hate those courses.
we should do a podcast on that.
We should.
That is an
What
entirely
I
different
hate
thing.
is those courses where it's like 10 lessons to become a better influencer,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this is so meta. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're telling me how to be a successful business person, but like through the avenue of telling me how to become
Yeah.
a better
And then
better influencer.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they put it behind a paywall. As if you
Yeah.
can't already get that on YouTube.
It's insane. It's like this is like a pyramid scheme, but not, structured,
Yeah.
fully structured yet. It's just like you're running your own kind of pyramid scheme here. That's what this thing is. These LinkedIn influencers is they're telling you how to be successful in your career or trying to make you think about that type of thing by telling you their own like sad story, whether it's true or not. But the point isn't to make you inspired, to make you actually achieve something in your career. It's to just give you good career, girl boss, boy boss,
Yeah.
whatever vibes.
It's just to really post something that gets a lot of attention. And that's all
Exactly.
they care about. They're like, oh, people really need to hear this right now. Like, and, they're just gonna be like, oh, look at how many likes I got. 3,000, bitch.
Yes, I'm gonna repeat the thing that I said to you when I was sober. It's like the LinkedIn equivalent of posting a picture of your ass. It's like it's not there to like inspire you to like really do anything productive. It's just there to like be a picture of an ass to make you
Hmm.
look at it to make them more popular, to get more likes.
Yeah, yeah, you know how like
There's no intrinsic value, is what I'm saying.
exactly. You know how
Unless you're a
there's these
compulsive
like
masturbator.
models on Instagram who are like, oh, and post a picture of my ass or titties or whatever, and then like, body positivity, right? But
I hate that shit.
what are you actually doing?
Oh my
Like,
god. Yeah. You know what? Okay, this is a little bit of a tangent, but I hate when like insta thoughts, shall we say. I don't really like that term. I'm not a misogynist per se because I am a woman and I'm a deeply empathetic individual. Sorry, I'm just like building myself up here. But like I don't really like look at women and I'm like, ugh, you're a thought. But like what other people would consider thoughts when they post like ass titties pictures, um when they caption it something body positive and they're like, I'm posting this picture of my ass because when I was 13, I was bullied for having a flat
Yeah.
ass. But then I gained confidence in myself and through the sheer, like self willpower, I was able to post this picture of my ass. I'm like, girl, just post the picture of your ass and go. Like, we do
Yeah.
not need this commentary.
Yeah. And
It's
you
like
can
you don't need to
tell,
make it deep.
yeah, you can tell
It's
when it's
not
like
necessary.
manufactured. Like,
Exactly.
I don't know. Like, I understand sometimes,
Oh,
like, someone will,
Lord.
if there's an influencer that I follow and they post, like, a racy picture for the first time ever, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then they write a paragraph about it. They're like, this is, like, the first time I'm doing this. Like, it's because I feel confident, blah, blah, blah. I understand that. But if you do that for every single booty pic,
Exactly.
like, girl, you're
You're
making,
spot on.
you're just not, like, being genuine, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
At a certain
Exactly.
point, you should be like, at a certain point, you're just like, my butt's cute, so I'm gonna post it, right?
Exactly. It's like there's no
It's not a
shame in
big
it.
deal.
There is no shame. Like somebody just texted me. Oh God, no, it's no one's spicy. Sorry. But yeah, no, exactly. Okay. The influencer, Emily Ratajkowski.
Yeah,
So
I was thinking of
congratulations
her.
to her. She just got pregnant. That's great.
Mhm.
Love someone building a family or whatever.
Crackers.
But she like made this whole she did this whole essay for Vogue about like how she's gonna raise like a gender fluid child and like all this other stuff about how she doesn't want her child to be like insecure or something something something. I'm like, girl, you're posting like pregnant titty pics. Just post the pregnant titty pics and go. Like,
Yeah.
if you know who this individual is, like Ms. Radikowski, she posts sensual pics all the time. That's her brand. Like, that's why people follow her. I'm sure, she has like deep thoughts or whatever, and she has things that are interesting to say, but let's be real. That's not why anyone is following her. So why do we have
Yeah.
to act like it is? Like, come on, just post your pictures and go and raise your happy family and have your personal life, and that's great. But like, let's not pretend anything is what it isn't.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to LinkedIn and career aspirations and finding
Yeah.
jobs and all that good stuff.
I mean, the same thing can be applied to LinkedIn posts. Like when you just post this kind of stuff over and over again, just because it gets a lot of attention, just because people like want to hear something good. It just seems less and less genuine. Like I get it if you do it for the first time.
Yeah.
And also tone matters. I just spit everywhere. Also, tone matters. Sorry, I had really spicy food earlier, so
It's
I'm still
okay. Like
salivating.
with coronavirus and wearing our masks, like we really aren't getting the immune system exposure that we need to maintain a healthy immune system.
Yeah.
So I'm really thankful. Snape, did we establish that was your nickname for this
Oh,
podcast?
right, right. So for this podcast, I'm Snape,
She's Snape, who's
and
sexy
yeah,
in the
I'm
movie. I'm not saying
sexy
I'm sexually
Severus
attracted to
Snape.
her. Maybe. And I'm Donkey. No, I know
No,
you were
you're
Donkey. I'm Dobby.
Dobby.
Dobby. We're
Dobby the
going for a Harry
Hospital.
Potter theme with our little role play nicknames.
Yeah,
Um,
forgot to introduce ourselves, but it's okay.
yeah, I totally don't remember what we were talking about, but yeah, LinkedIn influencers.
How they're really fake. They seem very what's the opposite of genuine?
Inauthentic.
Yeah, that.
See, I remember big words when I'm a little crunk.
Yeah, I feel like I'm supposed to be smarter with bourbon, but I'm just stupider.
I know bourbon, doesn't that seem like a smart
Yeah,
person drink? Like you're like,
like a silver
I
fox
drink
drink.
bourbon, but I also read Shakespeare.
Yeah, but instead it's like I gotta go get my truck.
Oh my god, that's such a stereotype.
Is that
Snape stereotyping these smexy southern men who drink bourbon.
Bourbon.
Oh, you're so rude.
Oh my gosh, it's more like drinking moonshine.
Moonshine.
The
Oh yeah,
moonshine
moonshine
kind.
will make you blind, doesn't it?
I
I already don't have the best eyesight, so I can't risk that.
have
I would
no
honestly,
clue.
like, I would love to make moonshine someday. I distilled Coke one time. It was disgusting. But I
Ew,
made
dude.
water from Coke. I know.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, so we talked enough about this little meme over
The
here.
meme.
This introduces like
Let's
influencers.
give him a shout out. His name, Lumco Solwandle.
Yeah,
Thank you
very
for the
funny.
memes, sir. You're very creative and have a great sense of humor.
Yes.
Hit me up sometime. Just kidding.
And
Don't. Maybe.
is this the next one that we wanted to talk about?
Yeah, so
So,
this is the next post that we have to share is a genuine LinkedIn post from someone that one or both of us knows. I don't want to expose who we are or her, them. But I'll just read it. It says, "Today marks 1 year since I was laid off from my first job at a startup. Period.
since
Space,
then.
next paragraph, in case you're not looking at this visually. Since then, and perhaps as an outcome, I have, colon, space, next paragraph, emoji, heart eyes emoji, or is that star eyes emoji?
Yeah, it's star eyes.
Gained independence, fist emoji, learned how to network, prayer emoji, strengthened my relationships with friends and family, plane emoji, go,
Travel to Denmark. And what is that?
pin emoji,
yeah. Gotten promoted.
heart emoji,
Changed my life for the better.
space, paragraph, next paragraph.
I'm so grateful, especially today.
Yeah, so basically, homegirl got laid off from her job, and like, that's a regular ass occurrence. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. And then created this whole LinkedIn post. It got 177 likes. Congratulations on the people who actually you're connected with on LinkedIn actually caring about what the fuck you post. But yeah, she created this whole emoji laden post trying to inspire us fellow pathetic, unemployed, fired individuals from yeah, she tried to inspire us with her own sad past circumstances and make us think that perhaps one day we too could get rehired. And by the way, thank you, Professor Flitwick, our assistant, for giving us the 5-minute marker. We're going to take a little break because we're not financially affluent enough to afford a DSLR camera or one that records a video camera that records longer than 30
DSLR,
minutes. So we have to take little breaks. You know how it is. Those EU regulations. Oh, the EU. But yeah, so basically she gave us this lovely inspirational post, and it's just brand building. Let's be real. It's not here to inspire us. She's just here to flex.
Yeah.
To tell us that she's employed now. And by the way, let me tell you, this girl, she's the epitome of the girl boss. She has beautiful hair. She has beautiful hair. She really does. She's like the ultimate girl boss.
You said earlier she's literally like living the main character life.
She is. She's the main character. We know this girl in real life, by the way. And let me tell you, if Hallmark movies were a real thing and Hallmark movie main characters were real, she would be it. She's got a great job now after being fired and rehired. She has beautiful hair. Her boyfriends are... She has boyfriends. And she has cute fashion sense. She does.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, this girl is building a brand. This is not here to inspire you. And that's the problem that I have, is that these LinkedIn influencers, it's just brand building. Like, when someone posts a picture of their ass on Instagram, you're not like, oh my god, this is going to help me, like, achieve something in my life. But with LinkedIn, they want to make you think that their posts are trying to help you, but in fact, they're just brand building. And that's the bottom line here.
Okay, well, that wraps up our first segment, so we'll take a break now. We'll be back.
We're going to be back after a quick vomit break.
A vomit break?
We'll have more useless content to present you with.
Okay, so we're back. Basically, before the break, we were just talking about how people are super not genuine, super fake in their LinkedIn posts, taking advantage of people's emotions just to get a bunch of likes. And I just want to quickly talk about this one dude, Tim Denning.
And we're saying his name because he actually wrote a Medium article about his success. Excuse me, with this post that we're about to talk about. Yeah. So I think he would be okay with us saying his name.
He's a viral blogger, as he says.
Public.
So whatever.
He's a public individual.
He literally says viral blogger. Like, what?
God,
Okay,
that's not
so
a career, dude. Like, put your real job in the title.
yeah, here's the
Viral
thing.
blogger.
Here's the
My
thing with
ass.
these posts. I mean, sometimes they're really talking about their real struggles, right? Like he's
Yeah.
saying, "This is the hardest thing I've ever written on LinkedIn." He was let go from his job, and then he was like literally for 7 months. After 7 months, he was let go from his job, and that was really embarrassing to him. And that's very hard for a lot of people to talk about that you're not employed or whatever. But the thing is, he talks about his hardships, and then at the
He does like
end,
a bullet pointed list of like all the good things that happened to him in his
yeah,
like sad time of unemployment, like recruiters talking to him, like people, mentors being open
yeah,
to talking with him and so forth. So basically there's a very distinct formula for LinkedIn influencers
yeah,
where, okay, first of all, they love to do an opening paragraph, but it's
yeah,
just one line. And then they
yeah.
create a new paragraph, so it's like a dramatic break.
It's like an
And they
essay.
exactly, it's ridiculous though. And then they do like a bullet pointed list of all the either good things or bad things that happen to them, whatever the bulk of their essay is. Like you
Yeah.
said, it's like an essay. And then they conclude with what's this thing about
So,
humanity?
yeah, I'm gonna read it. It says, thinking about the power of humanity and how it has helped me in this situation is the sort of idea that can bring tears to even the toughest person's eyes. Now, if you didn't like cringe,
Oh, and he said, okay, don't let shame destroy you. It's okay. And he puts this in star asterisks, not to be always winning.
it's okay to not always be winning, whatever. But okay, that is just
Like it's
you're
some,
lying to yourself if you
yeah.
like said that you didn't cringe because that was the
It's
cringiest
so
thing.
cringy. And it's like, we get it. Like, you're human, Tim. We're all human. It's not some kind of like revelation. And okay, I'm sorry, Tim. Like, we're picking on your post right now. I am sure you're an excellent individual. And honestly, I can't fault you because you went viral. You knew what to do. You put those viral attention grabbing points in. Okay, Tim, no offense. But I'm just saying, this is like kind of the quintessential LinkedIn influencer post.
Yeah. Like everything about like the personal like story hardship is
Yeah.
I think it's okay and it's like, oh, if anyone else feels down, if you say like if anyone else feels down, I just want to share my story. Blah. That's fine if you say that like blah 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 whatever. That's what social media is for, just sharing a bunch of shit in your head.
Yeah.
But the I don't know, like it just doesn't sit right with me when people put these like statements at the end that it's kind of like they it's like when people quote Nelson Mandela or like random people or Gandhi, you
Mm,
know, it's like they want to
yeah.
sound like that.
Yeah.
So they're putting little like sound
They're like the
bites.
power of humanity. Humans are innately good, and
Yeah.
therefore I got a job, as a business analyst at whatever Netflix.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, buddy, you got fired, you didn't have a stream of income, and you wanted to get rehired so you could pay your
Yeah.
damn bills. Like, we get it. It doesn't have to be that deep.
Yeah.
But they make it deep because they're influencers and they want to emotionally
Yeah.
manipulate you to bring you in.
It's like it's fake deep, if you know what I mean. Like there's nothing wrong with being deep or going deep into like, something that a lot of people care about, but it's there's something that just seems is it disingenuous. Is that the word?
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is. And I don't know. I guess, on Instagram and stuff, we're used to it. Like, we just see, like, ass pics and people being, like, fake body positive or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. But, like, on LinkedIn, you kind of think of it as a place where you go to look for jobs and connect with your coworkers. And when you see this stuff, you're like, oh shit, this social media bullshit, like, it it crosses over to here too.
Mhm.
Okay.
Get naked. You know those like trends where it's like get naked for cancer or whatever, like the new thing that people care
Yeah.
about is.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. I mean, I guess they're like
Yeah.
knowingly taking advantage of like how people get or pay attention to, you know,
Yeah. It's just more
sultry
like,
posts.
yeah, like viral, basic ass, predictable, manipulative tactics
Yeah.
crossing over to LinkedIn, and I'm disappointed. I gotta say, because LinkedIn I thought was the one social media network where it was so dry
Hmm.
and so boring that nobody would try to be manipulative on it. And yet, of course, here they are.
I didn't. Wow. I mean, this really surprised me. I didn't know about people taking the time to make a LinkedIn post. Like, are you kidding me? I
It's
have
called
barely enough.
brand building. That's what it's
I
called.
have barely enough time to edit my Instagram photos. Like, when I learned that people were editing their Instagram photos, I'm like, really? Like, you
Yeah.
have time to sit there and do
Oh,
that. Or maybe they do
I
that when they're
edited my
pooping.
photos when I had an Instagram back in the day
By
because
edit, I mean like face tune the shit out of their waist. Is that
I did that for
you
sure.
did?
I mean, I just did it to the point that it made it look realistic though. I was a very
Mm.
modest, body
I
tuner.
didn't even have time to do that. I would just not post it or like cut off the part of the picture that I didn't like and zoom
You're
in a little bit.
economical about it.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
the
fuck.
efficient way to go about it.
I'm gonna just post this shit or like put a really heavy filter on it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
smart too.
lazy. But anyway, so I want to move on to like our next little very important big bullet point. This guy.
Nick Tiger Quay. And Tiger is in quotation marks. This is his nickname that other people supposedly gave him, but I think he just gave himself because he thinks it sounds cool. It's like Tiger.
Yeah, like he's a go-getter, lean tiger.
Yeah, I mean, like, Tiger is just one of those animals where people,
Affiliate with it because they think that's like one of the cool animals. It's like
Yeah.
wolf. It's like I'm a lone wolf. I'm a tiger. You know.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna read just a little bit of this post. He posted like a freaking paragraph here, and he doesn't have any of the crazy indentation that other people
I'm dying
do.
for this one.
But okay, here he goes. First of all, his description is innovator, speaker, and industry leader taking dot 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 whatever that is.
Yeah, we're not gonna click on that.
Okay. My inner tiger comes from being raised by an army colonel and Vietnam veteran father.
Respect to all our veterans out
Yes.
there. Ta-da.
He showed me how to respect others and be a strong leader as a young child, leading by example and paving my own way through the jungle. Because he's a tiger.
And
is
'cause his
what's-
dad was a Vietnam vet.
Yes. Is what's truly set me apart throughout my life and allowed me to shine as an entrepreneur. South Florida real estate is no different.
Well, I think that's good. That's a good place.
South Florida real estate is no different than apparently
Being a Vietnam vet.
Vietnam vet. Like, what the hell?
I don't know. I mean, this kind of goes back to what we were talking about in our last podcast about like our generation never living through any real struggle. The fact that you're comparing South Florida real estate to being a Vietnam veteran.
To being in the jungle, literally. I'm not gonna get into it, but like literally fighting people, trying to
Yeah.
not get killed. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just trying to kind of trump up your struggles
Oh
in
God.
business to seem like some kind of like life or death situation.
Oh my
That's
god.
a little embarrassing. And by the way, this guy is also public. He's
Oh,
if anyone
yeah.
actually watched our podcast, which they're not, besides you, he would probably be very happy for the publicity that he's getting.
Yeah. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit, because I found this really weird part. It turns out I've paved the way for others or inspired them to act when I'm just doing what I love and following my heart.
Oh my god.
He thinks he's so important. This is the thing. He's not like alone, okay? We're not just calling out Nick because we hate him or something. This is the thing among influencers. Like, if I can just make one person happy, I'll continue to do my videos. Like, I get that. That sounds cute and whatever, but like, you should just do it because you're having fun. But the thing about
Yeah.
this kind of thing, this motivational speaker thing, is like, you have to be an attention seeker. You have to, like that's the whole thing. You're not just
I
like
know.
speaking because you like to. It's because you like to, but also you like the attention that people give you.
Most importantly, you like the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is over here. Something about inspiring
The
people.
ability to inspire.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like it's this thing. I mean, I've been told this by career coaches. Like, you should create a LinkedIn. You should blog. You should write this type of I was gonna say shit, but I should say content.
No, I think shit's the word.
Shit, I meant more as like the general, like, oh, I don't know the word I'm actually going for, so I'm gonna say shit. This type of shit, this type of content, because like, you know, I should be building my brand to get my name out there, and I'm like, I don't really want to get my name out there in this kind of way because it's I think it can be genuinely inspiring to you if you've never been on LinkedIn or you haven't been exposed to this kind of like motivational quote unquote entrepreneur type content. But if you have, it's just so clearly empty. Like he's not adding any value to your career search or whatever kind of experience you're trying to get out of LinkedIn. He's just here to build his brand.
Yeah.
As I said before, the LinkedIn equivalent of an ass pick. It's just here to be here. It's not here to inspire you to like write Beethoven's Ninth, you know.
Yeah. I just realized like the screenshot that you sent me, it's like cut off, but it says when the tiger roars. Like that's his
Oh,
graphic.
God.
Like his graphics department, or maybe he hopped on Canva or something, and he was like, "What's a cool little phrase that I can say?" And he was like,
Canva.
"When the tiger roars." Like, are you kidding me?
For
Like,
all us wannabe graphic designers out there, gotta love Canva.
Canva, yeah. I do a lot of my shit on Canva, so like,
Yeah.
just, you know.
But yeah, can I
Anyway.
just say, as somebody who tried to create a nickname for myself in 7th grade, as somebody who had like 0 friends in my class, creating a nickname for yourself, it doesn't really work. You have to be
No.
bestowed. A nickname has to be bestowed upon you. You can't say like, I am Dobby the
Yeah.
Wolf. We're pretending Dobby's my real name for this segment. But yeah, it doesn't work. Like, it's just corny. We can see through it. I mean, I don't know. Do you think anyone actually looks at this guy and thinks like, wow, this dude, like, he has it together. He's the entrepreneur I want to be.
Well,
I want to be selling condos in Miami like this man.
I guess so, because he has 1,200 followers, and let's see, this one post that I'm looking at right now. When the tiger roars, the jungle listens.
Oh, Jesus
It has
Christ.
30 comments, which is pretty good for engagement. And what is this, 28 likes? What the fuck is that?
How does that have more comments than likes? That's usually not a
Whatever.
good sign, is it? They call that ratioed on
Oh.
Twitter.
Yeah, usually you have more likes than comments.
He probably respond to all of them, let's be real.
Oh my gosh, that's probably what it is. I'm
Yeah.
over here thinking, wow, what great. Oh, there he is, yeah. Yep.
Hey, I called it and I was
Wow.
right.
I was like,
Just
wow,
saying.
30 comments. Yeah, he just replies to all of them to get his numbers up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, so this guy is very cringy. I love that graphic. There's one video that I want us to watch, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else over here. Oh, right. I wanted to read his little bio that he has here. Innovator, speaker, and industry leader taking real estate marketing and custom tailored service to new heights. Like, okay. Tiger Quay. I get like branding, right? Like we have branding over here, like TSM.
Oh, yes. We invested in some branding
Right,
here, courtesy
and-
of Amazon.com.
If one were to make a YouTube channel, you probably wouldn't put your real name on there. Like you can, but you would make a nickname or something, and that's
Yeah.
a brand. But this guy has his real name and Tiger in quote. Like it's kind of like what kids do. It's really weird.
He's like, I'm an animal, baby. I'll show you what you've never seen before in the jungle.
He's literally an animal. Okay, so we're gonna watch one of his videos. I have it pulled up over here.
Oh, Christ.
Here we go. Let's see, the volume's all the way.
Are we gonna get, like, flagged for this? Is he gonna sue us for showing his content? Because clearly
No.
this is what everyone's here for.
This is fair use. I think this is what H3 fought for. They had like a whole legal battle.
Because we're
years ago.
providing commentary.
Yeah, we're providing commentary. It's
Ah.
fine.
I'm Lee
Bless.
Tiger Quay here
Here
in
we
beautiful
go.
sunny Isles Beach.
Oh my god. This drone footage.
I'm
Is
gonna
this-
show you one of my newest listings behind me
Everywhere
here
in Miami
downtown.
looks like
Let's
this.
go.
What the fuck, dude? What is that?
So he's a furry.
Literally. Oh my gosh. What if that's what it means? Like like he puts the tiger in there because he's like, ooh, branding, but
It's like
like,
his furry code name, or like it's so his
Yeah.
like furry compatriots will notice him. It's like
Yeah.
signaling to them.
yeah, it's like
Conspiracy
secretly,
theory.
you know. Praise.
I don't know. I don't understand furries. Like I kind of do in the sense that like you have a fetish community or whatever, but I don't understand the whole like wearing fursuits thing because like the body fluids and the fursuits.
The sweat.
Anyways, the sweat. Yeah. Ugh.
I
Gross.
guess they like that.
Oh God. They're like, it's my scent. I've marked my
Ew.
territory.
Ew.
I have no idea. I have no idea. No
Ew,
offense,
dude.
furries. I mean, yeah, offense because you're kind of like weirdos, but
Oh my
whatever.
gosh. Okay, let me.
I'm sure there's been a cool furry out there at some point that I'd love
Okay.
to hang with.
What the hell is Jick Talk Jumps?
I have no idea.
What the
I'm
fuck?
not. I assume that's like a TikTok, like play on words. I'm not a TikToker because it's Chinese spyware. In case you guys don't know.
Oops. They've been spying on this the whole time, like me and my factions.
You and all your national security secrets.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I assume that's a TikTok reference. I'm no idea. But how old do you think this man is? Like 35 or something? Bruh, you have no business on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
a Gen Z thing.
Like, I would say 45. I don't know.
Okay,
Anyway.
he's not 45.
No?
Sorry, no, definitely. I mean, like 37 at most. I would
Okay,
say.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
He has decent
Almost
skin. Smoothish, you know. Got a bit of a glow. Miami sun or whatever Florida.
oh yeah,
town
yeah.
he's in.
He looks like lot younger. In his like profile pic, he looks older. I think it's the hair color.
Yeah.
He
He
kinda
kind
looks
of
like a
reminds me of
Sim.
Scooter Braun facial
He
features.
does. He does.
You know, yeah, like the guy who like swiped Taylor Swift's masters from her or whatever. Yeah. It's like the lower face shape.
Come on.
Wait, what did he say?
He's
Come on.
welcoming you
Whatever.
into this condo tour.
I thought he was gonna say something stupid again.
I mean, everything he says is quite
Yeah.
something.
Okay, cool. I don't care about the real estate. Oh, there we go.
Oh god, this apartment is so bland. I mean, I'd be happy to own it, but it looks the exact same as every other Florida condo that I've ever seen in my
This
life.
is just like somewhere where like the weekend would like bring you here and like drug you and be like
Jizz on your face and
"Eh."
then write a song about you
Yeah.
and how he wants to get back with Bella Hadid.
Yeah, exactly. And then you'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I guess I'll just die here.
You're like, oh, thanks for the cocaine and the Totino's pizza rolls.
Oh no. You know he would do, like, even though he has money, he would just like microwave. He would just tell you to like microwave some pizza
Yeah,
rolls.
Abel does seem like a microwavable man, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He'd be like, yeah. He doesn't seem like a chef, a gourmet chef,
No.
shall we say.
No hate to him because I'm literally like
I
a
love The
fan.
Weeknd. I love The Weeknd.
yeah.
Often, my god.
Yeah.
I listened to whatever that song he did with Daft Punk today in the car, and I was feeling that shit. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, yes. It was like,
feel it
I
coming.
feel it coming. I'm like, yes. If
feel
I
it
were
coming,
singing to
baby.
my potential lover who had insecurities from a past unsuccessful love and was unwilling to trust again, but also wanted to make that jump with me, I too
Yeah.
would sing I Feel It Coming to them.
Yes. Okay, so weekend rape party.
Wow. Can you see yourself
Okay.
being entertained?
This guy doesn't sleep. Look at his crazy eyes. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay, I don't want to just bully him for his facial features, but his eyebrows do look rather frantic, whether that is a genetic trait or just because he has had a lack of sleep recently.
He doesn't sleep.
He doesn't sleep. The bow tie, oh god, I don't know.
Like, this guy-
mm.
Works really hard, and he's like, to me, honestly, like I said this earlier, he just looks like he's on the verge of a mental breakdown. I could be wrong.
He's one apartment condo sale that fell through
Yeah.
close to a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Like, one person cancels and he's like, fuck it, I'm out of here. It's like, I never cared about Miami anyways. Hate this town. So many carjackings.
Carjacking.
For all your loved ones here? I can. With views of the Atlantic Ocean from the living room, wraparound balcony, and intercoastal views, this
Is there no like flooring?
No, okay,
What
here's
the
the thing.
fuck?
Here's the other thing that bothers me about LinkedIn influencers is that they almost always have this sort of fake forced uh vibe about them where they're trying to communicate this idea of like perpetual joy and energy. And
Yeah.
you know, they just go home and they, cuddle with their dog and fall asleep in front of like some TLC show. It's like you don't need to always be 100% like I'm on Adderall, I'm on cocaine type of vibe all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's okay to just be a normal person, to list out the specs of the home. You have 2.5 bathrooms, you have 17 windows. Like it's okay, dude. You don't need to
Mhm.
put on this energy display for us.
Yeah. In my opinion, like from a entertainment standpoint, like a showbiz standpoint, I guess, you can't like it's kind of outdated to do
Yeah.
this. Like people back in the day, like if you remember, like when you were younger, like everyone on TV was just like, "Yeah," like always on like
Yeah.
cocaine or something.
It's a
and-
little charming in a way, and that it's old timey. But like, I wouldn't want to be the person putting this on as my persona, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, things are different nowadays. You don't
Yeah.
like people didn't besides reality TV, you didn't have like people's lives or like their personalities on display, right? You're always
Yeah.
playing a character or you're doing a voiceover, you're doing a commercial. You're
Yeah.
always playing a character, you're acting. So this it's acceptable to do it then, but why it seems weird here because this is a real person. He's not like a he's not advertising for a different company. He's like
Yeah.
kind of advertising himself.
Wait, can I just say though, like, moment of self awareness before we're like, oh, we hate these LinkedIn influencers because they're like, I'm so normal. I go through struggles too. And now we're like hating on this man for being like too positive and too fake. What are your feelings on that,
Oh my gosh.
Snape?
Snape.
Are we too judgmental?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm not judging him based on like what he's wearing or like the content. Like, oh, you're selling real estate. I hate real estate agents. It's not
I
like
think
that.
it's just that it's like
just-
inauthentic.
That's what I'm just trying to call out. Like,
Yeah.
what seems not
It just
authentic.
doesn't feel good when you
It don't feel
watch-
right.
when you see too much of one thing that's on inauthentic, it just
Yeah.
feels wrong. Like a little bit here and there, you mix it up, it's okay. But when it's just all this inauthenticity
Yeah.
on LinkedIn, it feels a little bit gross. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie. I mean, here's the thing: it's like when I'm thinking about applying to a job, I'm not thinking about making an inspirational post or thinking about what I can write to my friends and family members to make them think like, oh, you're an underdog who overcame so much. Like I'm just thinking like, where can I go to accomplish what I need to do to feel good in my
Yeah.
life and to feel that I'm actually contributing value to the
Yeah.
world. And like at the end of the day, I mean, like I get it. Like this stuff is, justified. They're trying to like get attention,
Mhm.
and do their little advertisements and stuff like that. But there's no value in it, and I guess
Okay,
that's just
yeah.
what bothers me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is a good little stopping point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll be back
we're gonna pause.
after a quick moment break. Okay, so for this last segment, we're just going to talk about LinkedIn culture, job hunting, career go-getter culture in general, and our feelings about that.
Yeah, so I don't really know that much about LinkedIn. Like I'm not like that well versed in LinkedIn culture, but what I do know is that you upload your resume, right? You fill in your little skills or whatever, and I noticed that for certain things, they'll ask you ask your friends like to
Endorse you.
yeah, to endorse you.
Yeah.
And so you send the thing request to a friend or whatever, and they'll be like, yes, this person is not shit at this so skill.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I know. So like the whole, it's really smart on LinkedIn's end, right? Because they're like, oh, so now this person's gonna have to tell their friend to get LinkedIn or to get connected, and so
Yeah.
that's how you build a network. But honestly, in my experience, like no one cares? Maybe I just don't make friends. I don't know, but like only one friend, and it's a really really close friend who's like that's the only person who's ever like endorsed one of my skills.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm too nervous to ask like my professors or something. So
Yeah.
like past professors.
I mean, I think LinkedIn used to be like the one social media network that we didn't even think of a social media network where you're
Yeah.
like, this is just where you go to make connections with your colleagues and fellow students. But now I think the introduction of LinkedIn influencers has really exposed LinkedIn for just being another social network, and your likes, endorsements are just yet another measure of, I guess, how adept you are at utilizing this tool. And yep, LinkedIn is no different from the others, I guess.
Yeah, and there's like I feel like there's an extra layer of bullshit on LinkedIn because you know how you are in your personal circle
Yeah.
versus how you are in your professional circle. Now, don't lie, but in your professional circle, you're putting a lot of bullshit out there, right? You're like
Oh
pretending to be a
yeah.
good person. You're like all the time. You're pretending like oh,
Oh
I know
yeah.
these things, I know these words, or you're like putting out like an image of yourself that's
Yeah.
not
You're like,
true.
oh golly gee, I love to work hard
Yeah.
and not get paid if I don't need to, and I just love pulling myself up by my bootstraps and
Yeah.
being supportive of everyone.
Yeah, and people do that on social media anyway. And imagine like on LinkedIn, it's like amplified even more. So
It's
it's
so
these
much worse because, like, on Facebook, there's still some people who think you can say whatever you want on Facebook and they're not worried about getting fired. But on LinkedIn, because it's specifically connected with your career, your work life, you're never going to say anything on LinkedIn that you think will maybe get you fired. Or
Yeah.
you're just conscious of not saying controversial things. So LinkedIn is like fakeness to the next degree. Especially these days when like PC culture is like infiltrated every aspect of life. It's just it's so inauthentic, and we all know it, but nobody will ever say it on LinkedIn because we really want that job. Please.
Yeah. I remember when I was like applying to jobs like when you have an opportunity to like write like a paragraph or whatever like explain why you
The
want this
cover
job.
letter. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
or the cover letter. Like
I'm all too
it's
familiar.
all bullshitting, right? Like am I just like not ambitious or something? But because like it's all bullshitting. Like I'm like I don't care about your company. Like in reality, if I were to write
Exactly.
a cover letter, and be really really honest, I'd be like I don't care about your company. I just need a job, and because
I
I
will
need to
work
live.
hard because I don't want to get fired.
Yeah.
Because I need to pay my bills
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
But like in their questions, literally like like why like they want to hear that they like you like their company and what you're gonna do
Yeah.
for their company, but
Yeah.
really like what are you gonna do for me? Like nobody asked that. Like me as a job applicant, like what are you gonna do for me as an
Isn't that
employee?
That's kind of the underpinning of all relationships, including like employer employee, person to person relationships. It's like at the end of the day, you kind of know it's a transaction, but you're
Yeah.
not allowed to say it.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to say, I will give you my time and efforts and skills for money in exchange, for money. And you're not allowed to say on dating sites, like, I will do whatever for you in exchange for me. But at the end of the day, it is transactional. Oh my god, this has gotten way too deep and cynical for what it needed to be.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it
yeah,
is.
you're not allowed to make it seem transactional. You're supposed to say like, "Oh, I love your company. I've always wanted to work for 7-Eleven. I've always wanted to turn those hot dogs in the little grill and make them all steamy."
I mean, like there's probably like
One deeply disturbed person who has actually thought that.
yeah, probably, right? But that's okay if that's what you want, but I'm more talking about people like me, people like you who like
Yeah.
don't really have that one company that they want to work for, or maybe you do, but you just don't care enough.
And let's
I
be
don't.
real, it's even if you apply to the company and you write one really genuine cover letter where you mean every like pious word that you say, there's going to be like 90 companies that you apply to where like you haven't heard about this company and you haven't
Yeah.
heard shit about them until you saw that name listed on a job posting.
Yeah. I just don't like kissing ass, and it really bothers me. Maybe some might say you're too prideful, so la, 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 whatever. But it's not
Yeah.
that. I'm not like I'm better than this company. I just I won't be satisfied doing someone else's projects forever.
Yeah.
Um, and I know like you don't have to do that job forever, but you kind of get stuck in a cycle of doing that. You kind
For
of like
sure.
you get dependent. So say you get a job near a big city, right? Because that's where the jobs are. You'd be lucky to find something out in the country, right? You
Oh
won't. You
yeah.
won't ever, unless you have an online job, which is like the dream.
Or you worked
But
for some like random
yeah,
pig farmer or something.
yeah. But say you are gonna do broadcasting or something, so you have to go to a big city, okay, and you earn whatever amount of money, right? But you spend it all on your rent because
Yeah.
rent is expensive or more expensive in the city. And so then you get dependent on that money. It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna work this job, and even though it's not a lot of money at the end of the year, I'm gonna save it up. You can't save up that much. So in reality, if you see what you're actually gaining at the end, like what you can actually save, it's not that much at the end of the year. So you get stuck. So you have to be there for more years in order to move out to the country and do whatever you want, build a house. I don't know. So that's
This
where
is
I
everyone's goal.
at least that's my goal. But yeah, you can't like it's just you have to put your life on hold, I
Yeah.
feel like. But it's more rewarding to do your own thing. It takes some time obviously to invest into it, but
But if you're
it's worth
applying for the
it.
job, you have to act like you love it. You're
Yeah.
like, yes, God, job zaddy.
Job
Take my
sad.
time from me, please. Oh, yes.
Yeah, you have to
Give me
like
this menial salary to help me pay my rent just so I can
yeah.
exist to work for you.
And they don't pay you enough. And the thing is, if you were able to get a job that paid you enough for your time,
Yeah.
I mean like literally like you know how a lot of people will work at work and then work at home. I mean, there's no like personal like time there. There's no life outside of that. And so that company is only paying you for the time that you're at work because you're probably salaried, right? So they don't really care about the time that you spend at home, but they expect you to still do that. So they're not paying you for your time. You need to have a personal life. No amount of money is really gonna like satisfy you if you're working 24/7.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
Well,
not
here's the
saying
thing.
pay more.
I think like certain jobs, there are certain jobs where most people applying to them are probably like wildly excited to get them. Like in fields where I would say like, like fashion or politics or something where like there's a certain group of people, like people who feel really strongly about it. But if you're working like 90% of jobs out there, applying to 90% of jobs out there, they're not something that you really grew up as like a child feeling passionately about or you looked at when you're like a teenager thinking like in 10 years that's where I want to be. And so it's just not realistic to
Hmm.
speak that way about it
Yeah,
as if that's actually how you feel.
yeah, and like I know we're making fun of all these LinkedIn influencers and stuff, but think about why they're putting the content out there besides like getting likes and stuff. But they're also looking for they probably have their employers on there. They're looking for validation from their employers. They're like, "Oh, look, I'm a good person, huh?" That's like the secondary reason I would say for their post besides just like getting a bunch of likes. But
Yeah, it's brand building, it's validation,
yeah.
it's I don't know. Honestly,
Uh,
like I'm not a smart person, but I am
I
at the
think you
point.
are.
Oh, thanks, girl. I'm not at the point in my life anymore where, or rather, I'm at the point in my life where I don't feel the urge to post these kind of things for validation because I know I'm not going to feel any of that. Even if I get a bunch of likes, I'm not going to feel like it's worth anything because I
Yeah.
personally do not, I know that I do not value that.
Mhm.
It's,
That's deep.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what else I wanted to say.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I guess to sum it up, like it's a hustle. I respect
Mhm.
your success at it. If you're one of those
Yeah.
people, but at the end of the day, like I know it's empty. Snape over here
I know it's
knows
empty.
that it's empty, and
Yeah.
I'm sure deep down you know that it's empty, and that's fine. You know, it's
Hmm.
an ass pick. It's the ass pick of
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
It's there for a reason. It's very simple, surface level,
Hmm.
and but that's it. There's no deeper meaning, and that's fine.
Yeah. And just like the fakeness that you see on LinkedIn is um what is it, like a symptom, I guess, that you're seeing. And it kind of begins to explain like why there are so many people who like experience burnout.
Yeah, true.
Because there might be that like small handful of people who are like, yes, yes, work all the time, workaholic, I don't need to have any other life, but I love this company, blah, 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 whatever. But most people
Until you
are,
get laid off.
yeah, most people are lying to themselves though, and they're just, you know, they just take that job or apply to 100 different jobs and kiss everyone's asses because they have to, and because they think that they have to do that. And then at the end, like, they have a midlife crisis and they burn out, and it's just like, oh, what do I
And they
do?
divorce their wife and they buy like a Mazda Miata because it's the only convertible they can afford.
Yeah.
No offense to you Miata
So,
owners out there.
yeah, the thing is, it's not just like people on LinkedIn or people who are looking for jobs. People who are looking for jobs and employers need to like respect or like understand like, hey, people are humans, like living things who need to have like personal time for personal growth. Like you can't just keep doing the same job forever. You need to be able to do that one job or whatever that you like or you need to do, and you need to be able to build something outside of that. You need to have more hours in the day to yourself, so that what if one day you don't want to be doing that same job at 7-Eleven or whatever it is, or
Yeah.
what's like a little better thing, like a manager at
I'm
Staples. I don't know.
I mean just like yeah, just like any kind of like project manager at like
Yeah.
any corporation that people don't really give a shit about,
Yeah.
but like it pays good.
Like you want to have some personal time so that you can like take 5 years and build that for yourself, whether it is a YouTube channel, a little side business that you can put your full time into later on.
Visiting your
uh
mistress in the Bahamas,
yeah.
creating a second family, like whatever it is you need to
Yeah,
do. Like sorry.
building a house, whatever it is,
Totally disrupted your train of thought.
going debt free, whatever it
Yeah.
is, like people need to be able to do that. There's so many wants that people have that it never gets satisfied.
Yeah. And the other thing is like I think being a workaholic is okay if you're genuinely working for something that you think puts value into the world. Like I really
Hmm.
respect that. Like Elon Musk's type people,
Yeah.
Musk's as if it's plural, but Elon Musk type people, like people who invest and pursue enterprises that they
Hmm.
think are really important. Like I respect that, but you don't see those types of
Well,
people posting on
yeah.
LinkedIn, posting sob stories to make you feel for them. Like
Yeah.
if you really believe in your career, and I hope you do, that would be great if you're employed. Um, then just put your time and effort into that, and if you want to post updates on social media,
Yeah.
tell us what you're doing, tell the world
Yeah.
what you're putting all your time into. But god, like don't just post for the sake of posting,
Hmm.
like actually show the value that you're putting out there, and I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah, don't get too caught up in all words, all the fakeness, because if you only say things and don't actually do them, like they don't really mean anything. Excuse me. um, yeah, I was gonna say something, I forgot. Oh yeah. So people need to be doing something all the time, but it's just not your 9 to 5 job, girl. It's not it. You need to be doing something
Most
else.
likely.
Like it's just
Yeah.
in human nature, right? Whatever it is, like whether it's doing your hair or something, you need to have that time. Like I know it sounds really simple and like stupid, but like there's literally people out there who are just working all the time, and then the time that they're not working, they're just stressed. They're too stressed that they don't even have the time to take care of themselves, like the basic physical needs, like brush your hair or like look up how to take care of my curly hair or something like that. You know, like they don't have time for self care or like meditation.
Yeah.
They're always stuck in the stage of I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you don't have to be creating a side business. You just need time to literally do something like else that's not sitting at a desk.
Yeah. I mean, listen, at the
Building
end of the day,
something.
we're all animals. We were here to eat, shit, reproduce,
Yeah.
and die.
Yeah.
And if that's all you do with your life and you're happy, then that's fine. And you don't need to pretend that it is anything that it isn't. This got like really fake deep with my last comment. Sorry.
I'm just saying, like, people just are these LinkedIn hoes are like, you know, just not taking into account like your like personal time. They're always like hustle, hustle. You know.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's like a symptom of hustle culture. I've heard it called, like this idea that you
Yeah.
always need to be like working, grinding,
Yeah.
going for like the next goal post, I guess. Even if it's not something that
Yeah.
actually contributes objective value to the world, and that's the thing that really bothers me.
Can you stop him?
Sorry, her dog was scratching himself. In case you heard a weird sound, that wasn't a compulsive masturbator in the background. It was just a simple dog.
Yeah, he's gonna like rip open his scab. So
Nice doggy. Should we wrap
Anyway.
this up?
yeah. So
My comments are going less and less profound.
yeah, and I keep forgetting what I was gonna say, but yeah, basically, LinkedIn hoes, they're all fake, just like the Instagram hoes.
Yeah, they're even fake. They're always fake. Even if they make like one real post, I'm not. You know,
They're
I
just
don't
like
mean to
milking.
anyone. Yeah, but
stuff.
it's just. It's yeah.
It is what it is.
Just know that it's brand building. It's
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
No
it's-
better than the butt pics on Instagram,
Oh, shit.
basically.
Yeah, yeah. I would probably look up to people who have actually done things, and I mean, it's fine if you find some of those posts inspirational, but like, I feel like it's kind of a waste of time to look at those. But
Yeah. Just do shit with your life and don't post about it.
yeah,
Listen, I've accomplished like 2 things in my life. My only social media is LinkedIn for career needs. But yeah, it's just like even my like pathetic life, it's like I have better use of my time than posting social media posts for other people's validation. My pathetic life. If my pathetic life is worth more than that, then yours is too. For
Yeah.
sure. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
now to end this podcast, I'm just gonna like ask a really stupid question.
Ooh.
What if your what if your like side hustle or the hustle that you want to be full time is being fake and taking advantage of people online?
Well, then that's different. Then go for it. That's the thing. These people who are like, it's like what we were talking about earlier about how like LinkedIn hoes or influencers are similar to like Instagram business hustle influencers where they're like, here's my video with my 5 income streams and like 4 of them are related to the fact that they're on YouTube talking about their 5 income streams. Like
Yeah.
it's so meta, it's ridiculous. Like here's the thing. If your passion in life is hustling all of us and putting this kind of content out there, then you know what, I get it. That's a self-contained issue in itself.
Yeah.
But if you're a normal ass person and your goal in life is not to be like an influencer, don't waste your time. Just create value. Don't waste your time with
Yeah.
the influencer shit.
Meanwhile, we're trying to be influencers.
Okay, I'm not trying to be an influencer. I just have like no social life and I like talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm so nervous.
Ooh.
Hey, I'm looking at your mouth hole now and I don't like it. Ooh.
Okay, the bourbon's clearly like not where it's whatever. It's there somewhere
Yeah.
in my brain.
This is it for Pink Ski Mask episode 1. We sure do hope you check out episode 0 or not if you'd like to still have a positive, somewhat positive interpretation of us as human beings. But thank you very much for tuning in.
Boy, I'm trying to reach mama on Sunday.